Now class 6 Radiant Readers chapter 7, Hatukatu lived in Tibet, the land of high mountains. This story tells of the bravery of his dog Dasu. Now, name of the story, Hatukatu lived in Tibet. Tibet is a land of high mountains, and this story tells us about the bravery of his dog Dasu. Dasu was a teeny floppy-haired black puppy when Hatukatu found him. Now, Dasu was a dog. What about his appearance? Very small, tiny, floppy-haired, full with floppy hair, and black puppy. The little creature was lying curled up against his mother, who has died of cold and hunger. The little creature was lying by the side of his mother. The mother has died of cold and hunger. Hatukatu loved animals dearly, so he picked up the puppy. Hatukatu, he loved the animals very much, and so he picked up the puppy and put him into the front folds of his long tunic to keep him warm, and to keep him in the tunic of the fold of his tunic to keep him warm. In return, Dasu feebly tried to lick the boy's hand. As a result of that, getting the love, Dasu tried to lick the boy's hand, and Hatukatu was his friend from the moment. And from that moment, friendship developed between Hatukatu and Dasu, the dog. Very carefully the boy carried the puppy home to the camp. The boy carried the puppy into his home. Where the home? To the camp. Where his family lived. The family lived there. And there he gave his some warm milk. After coming to the entering the home in the camp, he gave some warm milk. Soon Dasu was able to stand up in the tremble legs and to wag his curly tail as a sign of thanks. Getting the warm milk, Dasu stands up and on his leg was trembling and wag his curly tail as a sign of thanks. At first Hatukatu hid the puppy, for he was afraid that his parents would not allow him to keep. At first Hatukatu hid the dog because he thought that his parents will not allow him to keep the dog. But Dasu was a very weak and starving animal. But when Dasu became fat and sleek, he showed him to his mother. When he becoming fat, he showed his mother. Another dog, he said doubtfully. Have we not dogs in plenty? We have already dogs in plenty. What about the goat and sheep, fox? We have goat and sheep. Why do you want to bring yet another? It means another mouth to feed, and food is already scarce, and another one to give food. However, the woman spoke to Hatukatu's father about it. Mother told about this to Hatukatu's father, and he, after much grumbling, agreed to let his son keep the puppy. The father at once, at hearing this, did not agree, but ultimately he agreed to keep the puppy. But he must be trained to guard the sheep, declared the man. Father said the dog must be trained to guard the sheep. We cannot have any useless animals here. We cannot keep any useless animal in our home. Hatukatu promised to train Dasu, and before long, the dog learned to perform his duties very well. The Hatukatu promised to train the Dasu, and they started to train the dog. Dasu was quite fearless. Dasu was quite fearless and would face even Lala, the great ram who fed the fox. The great ram who fed the fox, he also faced that Lala without any fear. Though he knew well that Lala had a huge pair of curling horns and a very nasty temper. He knew that, Dasu knew that Lala had a very huge pair of curving horns and very nasty temper. When the cold weather came, Hatukatu's father gathered his flocks together. Now, when the cold weather came, Hatukatu's father gathered his flocks together and loaded them with little skin bags of borax, which is a kind of salt found in Tibet. Kind of salt, name is borax. So, let me explain this. When the cold weather came, Hatukatu's father gathered his flocks together and loaded them with little bags of borax. What is borax? A kind of the salt found in Tibet. They went to carry these bags down to India, where the Tibetans would exchange both the fox and the borax for food and clothes. The people of Tibet, they went to carry these bags down to India. Tibet up mountain and down to Indian valley region, where the Tibetans would exchange both the fox and the borax. They exchange this borax and the fox for food and clothes. The family's little tents, blackened with smoke, were rolled up and strapped on the backs of a small herd of donkeys. The family's little tents, they used to stay there, it already blackened with smoke, were rolled up and strapped on the backs of the small herd of donkeys. Hatukatu's father and mother put on all their clothes, for that was the easiest way of carrying them. Hatukatu's mother and father put on all their clothes, for it was the easiest way to carry them. Then with their boundless on their backs, they began to drive the sheep down the steep mountain track. They started to come down through the steep mountain track. What grunting and cries, the shrill whistles and excited barking of sheepdogs could be heard as the party set out upon its long journey to the plains of India. Now, the cries of the donkeys, of the sheep, dogs, and the whistles, they were coming down and the journey towards the plains of India. Plains. Some of the narrow tracks which they had to follow went along the edge of the great rocky cliffs. Some of the portion of their journey through the rocky cliffs. Sometimes their path led them over a dashing stream, which they had to cross over the bridge. The stream flowing over the bridge they had to cross. Hatukatu and his family were used to such things. They march across and sewing log just as if they were crossing a wide bridge. Hatukatu and family were used to do this because they are habituated to come to the plain of India, and they did not think very much about it. One of the men who could play very sweetly on a flute, one of the men who could play very sweet music, used to help them along in their very marches playing quaint little tunes. One of the men playing sweet music, helping them. Besides, the rams carried big deep tone bells which rang as if the animals walked, so there was always plenty of music and the procession of the long journey. Throughout the journey, there were the long, sweet music playing because the donkeys, the dogs, all were marching together. Okay, a beautiful story, my students, a beautiful description. Okay, today up till this, next day meaning and question answer. Okay, see you in my next class. Okay.